శ్రీనాథాచారి గారు.
విజిట్ అయిన తర్వాత నేను ఢిల్లీకి చేరుకుంటున్నాను. ఇక్కడ షేక్ షాజహాన్ అరెస్ట్ అయ్యాడు. సిబిసిఐడి కేసు ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. వాళ్ళందరి కోరిక తీరింది. The National Human Rights Commission India has established a core group on women that convenes regularly to address issues critical to protecting women's rights in the country. This core group comprises individuals from various fields, including lawyers, activists, academics, and scholars who have expertise in women's rights. Recommendations from such meetings are forwarded to relevant ministries for consideration in policy revisions. Additionally, NHRC India promotes gender equality by issuing advisories on women's rights nationwide. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the Commission issued an advisory to address the heightened vulnerabilities faced by women due to the crisis. More recently, NHRC India released an advisory on the protection of human rights for widows. This advisory acknowledges the specific challenges faced by widows and provides detailed recommendations to empower them and safeguard their rights. NHRC India also regularly organizes seminars, conferences, and open house discussions on issues pertaining to gender equality and women's rights. In the past, the Commission has organized conferences on women's participation in the labor force, women in the workplace, and the derogatory practices against women in India. Though the medium of such events, NHRC seeks to bring attention to different issues related to women's rights and recommended a course of action to all concerned government bodies. NHRC recently organized a national symposium on women's safety at work and public spaces, which saw participation of senior IAS, IPS officers, members of the judiciary, as well as the human rights activists, to come up with a plan of action for ensuring women's safety when they step out of their house. It is through these consistent efforts that the Commission works towards protecting and promoting women's rights in India. It is my sincere belief that in the new Bharat, women who are already making strides in the field of education, civil services, STEM, academia, armed forces, etc. will flourish. ఇవన్నీ మానేసేసి అమ్మవారి చేతిలో ఏం ఆయుధాలు ఉన్నాయి, ఎందుకు ఉపయోగించాలి, అవి ఎందుకు ఉపయోగించింది, నేనేం చేయాలి, ఈ విధంగా ఆలోచిస్తారని చెప్పేసి కోరుకుంటూ నేను ముగిస్తాను.
Thank you, ma'am. Our Honorable Governor Garu, Sri Jishnudev Tripura chapter and coordinated initiatives for the trust in the Northeast. He embarked on his political journey with BJP in 1993 and was elected as a National Council member representing Tripura. He held the position of General Secretary overseeing the organizational matters for the Tripura BJP. In 2018, Sir contested the State Assembly election from the Charilam State University, where he garnered an unprecedented victory of 89.33% of vote cast. His works, infused with vibrant themes, grace various tourist past, temples and public spaces, often in collaboration with Sanskar Bharati. A poet, writer of considerable repute, his poetry in Bengali and English has touched the hearts of many. His work notably featured in his books Children of Water Goddess and Master of Theme. He possesses a deep and passionate commitment to tribal development, education, health, and art and culture. Known for his affable personality, he enjoys engaging with people from all walks of life, always making time to connect with the common man. In his own words, his philosophy of life is an opportunity to offer a healing touch to those who are living on the margins. Sir, we are very honored to have you here, sir. I request you to please address the gathering. Thank you.
Good afternoon. And on the dais, there was Sudha Murthy. She was the MP. She's no more here, but she had to go because she has to get a flight. She's not keeping well. And she is the chairperson of the Infosys Foundation. Srimati Vijaya Bharati Sayani, Chairperson, National Human Rights Commission, NHRC. A. Sri Devasana, IAS Commissioner of Collegiate Education and Technical Education, Telangana State. Sri Gunta Lakshman, All India Joint Organizing Secretary, Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Shaishik Mahasangh. Professor Santri Sri Pandit, Vice Chancellor, JNU. Dr. M. Shailaja, Professor, Additional COE, Hyderabad. Dr. D. Sunita, University College of Education, OU. Professor Sudhakar Reddy, Honorary Director, SM, Telangana, and Professor in Mathematics. Dr. E. Yadaya, General Secretary, ABR, SM, Telangana, and Head Department of Chemistry, OU. Esteemed participant, esteemed media friends, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I was sitting on the stage. Sri Sudha Narayan Murthy, please don't do that. The hall is packed because of you. And one of the reasons I have come here is to listen to you. So please don't do that. Go ahead, give your speech. And it was a very inspiring speech. In this age of information and internet and social media, there is an ocean of information, but very few ripples of inspiration are here. Information is uncountable, but inspiration is a little less. So in this era, people like them inspire others to do. And here we are gathered today, women academicians, and the Vice Chancellor, the Lady Vice Chancellor made a lovely remark that I have never seen so many women and so few men. I'm happy to be one of the few. I'm happy to be one of the few. I remember many years ago, I was a minister also. So one day we had a meeting in Delhi, and Venkaiah Naidu ji was addressing the audience, and he pointed out, it was on rural development, he pointed out, as the Vice Chancellor also made a brief reference, that in the cabinet of the gods, Saraswati is given education, Goddess Lakshmi is the finance minister, home and defense has been given to Ma Durga. And when he finished this, and he said, if they have saw, a lot of women clapping, but few men were clapping. A lot of women were clapping, but only few men were clapping. But here it is. Today when we talk of women empowerment in India, as the Vice Chancellor, I'd like to share a very short speech, but very nice speech. I liked her speech. She said that the governor is a feminist. You don't require to be a feminist to support, the correct path. It is the Indian path. It is the Indian way of looking at things. When you look at things, the word feminist comes from a Western concept. And in India, we have always, idolized women who are non-conformists. Maybe Savitri, or Drupadi, Kunti, Mandodari, Tara. We have always idolized women who are non-conformists, who are rebels. Take, for example, Savitri. She fought with Yama. She fought with death, the god of death, to bring her husband back to life. That was the spirit of the women. As the Commissioner of Higher Education said, don't wait for change. If you wait, you'll keep on waiting all your life. And generations will keep waiting. She said very, very nice. And then change will come. And today India is changing. When you talk of new India, we are talking about Punarnirman. When we talk of yoga, what Raj? And he says, in his openings, we can mix Gyan with Vigyan. That will be the Raja Yoga. That will be the highest form of human existence. Education, reality. Inspiring to see that so many ladies have come today. Ladies have come today. And to hear, all the ladies speak with such, dynamism and inspiration that there's very little for me to say. And to hear, all the ladies speak with such, dynamism and inspiration that there's very little for me to say. And she was talking about the Indian music ragas and the raginis and the, swaras. And, swaras. And the Indian music is the greatest form of Indian thought, actually. We say in Sanskrit, ekam sat vipra bahuda badanti. That is signified most beautifully in our Indian classical music. Ekam sat, the rag is one, the tal is one. But person singing that raga makes all the difference. On the Carnatic style, you'll see something different. In the Hindustani classical, you'll see something different. Raga Yaman is sung, in the Hindustani classical form, little different from the, though the notes are same. The tala may be teen tal, same rag, but different. It signifies that even in rigidity, in harsh discipline, there can be flexibility. It's a beautiful form of music to put that message across. In rigidity, in harsh discipline, you cannot move one swar from here to there. The raga yaman is finished. Yet, you can have flexibility. Ekam sat vipra bahuda badanti. The truth is one, but interpreted in many ways by knowledgeable men. When I say men, it comes to women also, by the way. So, it's a whole habit of saying it. So it is, that is the way Indian culture is. And feminism is growing all while, but in India, there is no news of feminism. We just have to revert to our old ethos and principles instead of aping the West. We must take in jnana vijnana sahitam. We must add science to knowledge. Any knowledge that is not scientific, we say it is not knowledge. Any spirituality which is not scientific, we say that is not spiritual in India. We have always had this mix of jnana vijnana sahitam, because that is the highest form of human existence, we believe. So I would like to add that this program has brought to light many things, and you'll be discussing among yourselves also. And women of great stature have spoken from the dais. And ladies of great stature are sitting in before me. So this sharing is very important. This sharing is very, very important. In India, we have grown because we share. And we know what is ours. I keep telling people in my addresses or speeches that India is such a country that we have been 700 years under foreign rule and 200 years again under British rule. But nothing has changed. They may have looted us, they may have plundered many places, but they were not victorious. Because this is a land of spirituality, of thought. This is the land not only of thought, it is also the land of science. This is the civilization that has blended science and spirituality together. This is a nation that has given the world that knowledge has to be scientific. This is the civilization that has taught that following something, a doctrine or a dogma, or following some path is not all. You have to be and become something. You have to become. He cannot talk about development leaving half the society behind. That is neither what to say scientific, neither ethical, neither mathematically correct. When we talk of sabka saath, sabka vikas, we cannot talk about leaving half the society behind. And as the commissioner said, I like her speech because I said you become that powerful. It's not about discussing that how powerful we are or how powerful we should become, what should be done. Do it. And then you will become that. That is what India teaches us. Do it and you will become that. And I am very grateful to the organizers for having invited me here. It's a lovely time I spent, heard so many speeches, and I've realized that how wonderful it can be to be in minority sometimes. It can be a very wonderful experience to be in minority sometimes and to listen to the other side. And we'll see you again. Let me thank you all for giving me a patient hearing. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words. I now request Dr. Kishan, sir, please propose vote of thanks.
Afternoon, all of you. Dignitary on the dais, Honorable Governor Jishnudev Varma garu, and NHRC Chairperson Vijayabhati Sayani garu, and Sudha Murthy garu, MP Rajya Sabha, and Shantishri Pandit Madam, Vice Chancellor JNU, and Sri Gunta Lakshmanji, Joint Organizing Secretary, All India अखिल भारतीय राष्ट्रीय शैक्षिक महासंघ and Professor Sudhakar Reddy, ICSR, Southern Region Honorary Director and Convener.
For your information, delegates, I request you to please be seated till the dignitaries are leaving and please make the way for the Governor Garu to please. Please be seated. I request all the participants and delegates to please be seated. There is a Sushana over here. This session is over by now. Now we are breaking for lunch. Right? You can have the lunch in the shed which is provided nearby the auditorium. And you can meanwhile visit the exhibition which is based on the theme of the conference. Also there are few stalls. You can please visit them. And I request everyone to please come back to the auditorium by 2 o'clock in sharp. you.